Good morning and welcome back. We are once again live here at the Stockholm School of Economics, and I'm sitting here today with a good friend of mine who also happens to be the president of SASSE. Welcome, Rebecca Gustavsson.
Thank you.
I know this is a tough question, but could you try to summarize your year as president?
Yeah, okay, absolutely. It has been challenging, absolutely. You get to try out a lot of new things that you have never done before. You get to be put in situations that you have never been put in before. And yeah, challenging, I would say, it's to summarize it all.
Right.
But then, like most of all, it has been just a lot of fun. I've met so many new people, and I've gotten to know friends that I will probably keep for a lifetime. So, fun.
And is that also what led you to become president in the first place?
I think what made me run in the election for president was my passion for the student association.
Right.
I just felt that this organization had given me so much during my years here, and I wanted to give back to the organization. I wanted to make sure that every student that walked through that door would have the same experience of SASSE that I have had.
Right.
So I hope I have done that through my years as president.
And what sort of tips or hints did you get from the previous president?
When stepping on, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the best tip I got was to remember that you will never ever be able to make everyone happy or satisfied.
Right.
That was the number one tip that Sophia, my predecessor, gave me. And I've really been trying to carry that around me throughout the year because I really do believe it is valuable advice, not only when working within the student association, but like in life in general.
Sure.
I believe that like the average SASSE students put a lot of pressure on themselves, and you kind of think that you need to deliver on every level in life. You need to make everyone happy, everyone satisfied, and that's not really doable. So I think it's a valuable tip for anyone, regardless of what you're doing in life.
And was there any advice that you didn't get, but that you have given to the new president?
Yeah, I got a lot of advice in the beginning, so I can't really remember. But I know one thing that I have been like trying to emphasize with my successor and also like the entire board is that you won't be fully taught when you step on 1st of March.
Right.
You won't really know what you're supposed to do. I think me and my board know now, 1 year later, when we're stepping up, what our role or roles actually entails and what we're actually supposed to do. So I think that's a tip I've been at least trying to emphasize a lot.
And have you gotten to know the new board?
Yeah, of course, and they're fantastic. They will have a great year. I really feel safe leaving the student association in their hands. It's gonna be awesome.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
And I know that you were in Singapore recently with your board. Could you tell us a little bit about that trip and why you were there?
Yeah. So, as I think most of you know, since Lars has been sitting here as well, the school is taking a much more international approach.
Right.
And a part of the internationalization is, of course, to get international students coming here. But I mean, being an international school, having international students, not only like admitting them, there's a lot of work that needs to be done like behind the scenes. So the purpose of our trip was actually to benchmark international and exchange student integration. How do we make sure that international students can become a part of the student association just as any other student that might be born here in Sweden?
Right.
Because I believe we play a really important role in this, because I mean, SASSE handles all the academic curricular. They make sure you get the support tools that you need to finish your studies, but it's really the student association that enables you to have like a life here during your studies.
I agree.
And since like the student association was founded for only Swedish bachelor students to begin with, it's really a challenge for us to adapt to a more international student body.
Right.
And that's why we went to Singapore. We visited 4 different student associations at 4 different universities, and we discussed with them how they best work with integration, what challenges they face, and also topics like what's the optimal governance structure for making sure like that the whole student body is reached and that everyone has their say in what the student association is doing and such. And it was really rewarding. It really was. And I think you will be able to read all of our takeaways from the trip in this big strategic document
Uh-huh.
that we somehow optimistic call the future of SASSE. But I think like if we have like one key takeaway from the trip,
Right.
it is that even in such a multicultural country as Singapore, which is like the meeting place for our different cultures and people with all different nationalities, even for them as a country that actually also has English as their official language,
Yeah.
internationalization is hard, and
Sure.
integrating exchange and international students is really a challenge. So I believe that we need to be aware of that. We can't underestimate the challenge because it will require
Sure.
a lot of work.
And it's especially hard here in Sweden.
Yeah, it is. It really is. The language barrier is definitely one of the key challenges
Yeah.
with this. Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you.
And hope you have a good morning. And that's all for now. And we'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you.